So, Mr. Math, can you please share with us how Australian high school are rated in terms of teachings and learning innovations in general? And to be more specific, what is the SACE program?
Okay, well, let me start with what the SACE program is. The SACE program is a senior high school program, typically delivered in the last 2 years of schooling. Now, the SACE program is one of a number of senior high school certificates in Australia, and the SACE program is the pathway for students to transition to university, both here in Australia and elsewhere around the world. Now, in terms of reputation around high schools, our partner, the partner Scotch, who is involved in this initiative, has a very high standing here in Adelaide. And as you probably have heard through some of the previous seminars, the Scotch principal highlighted some of the accolades and achievements of Scotch. And we're very happy to be partnering with them to deliver the SACE program at the school in Vietnam.
Yep. And we would like to understand a little bit more about ATAR. What is the Australian Tertiary admissions rank, ATAR, and how it is linked to the SACE?
ATAR, it's an interesting one, the Australian Tertiary admission rank. First of all, I just want to highlight it's not a mark, it's not a score, but what it really does is compare a student's overall performance in their cohort group. For instance, 16 to 20-year-olds in Australia. And what does ATAR really mean? So for a student that's achieved an ATAR of 80, for instance, it means they're in their top 20% of that group they've graduated with. And graduates from the SACE program, they get issued with a tertiary entrance statement. It comes from the South Australian Tertiary Admission Centre, SATAC, and this profiles the student's ATAR, and it's what universities like Adelaide use to help them select their students for the different programs and courses that are being applied for. How do students achieve an ATAR with SACE? Well, basically they need to complete 90 credits of the SACE with 5 different subjects at stage 2. And a common question we often get asked, well, how do I get a high ATAR? What's really going to make the difference? And it's a simple formula. Just really have to work hard in school, try and get your best grades in the SACE, and then that's the hard work done, and that will translate into and reflect within the ATAR.
The University of Adelaide is one of the members in the group of 8 Australian leading university. So how does the university recognize a SACE qualification? And in your opinion, what are the benefits of SACE curriculum?
Thanks for that question. ATAR, so you were discussing before, Matt, about an ATAR. So the University of Adelaide, as one of the leading universities in Australia, is well across recognising ATAR. We've done it for years now, years and years and years, and we accept ATAR as the admissions grade into all of our bachelor programs. So how it works is you undertake the SACE curriculum at AGS Vietnam, and you select subjects based on your expertise and your aspirations to study at Adelaide. You may take maths, you may take chemistry, you may take a selection of subjects. In your final year, so that say stage 2, you'll pick subjects that will then hopefully allow you to transition to certain programs at Adelaide. You'll apply towards the end of your program, and we will assess your application on the basis of that ATAR score you get at the end of your SACE program. We've got a team of like counsellors and staff here that'll be able to support you through that application process, and also support you up until you go to apply, making sure that you pick the right subjects and you know exactly what that ATAR score you need so you can come and progress to our university. We recognise SACE. We recently signed an agreement with SACE International to offer all students that have completed the SACE International curriculum overseas a 25% scholarship if their ATAR is in that top 20%. So, if they score really high, we want you to come study at Adelaide, because we recognise that SACE International students are some of the best and the brightest across the world.
Oh, that's great, Kathleen. Can I just clarify a little bit? So with SACE program that run offshore, and for those students who achieve a high result in the top 20% of ATAR, then the University of Adelaide will grant it a scholarship. Can I clarify how much? How many percent is the scholarship?
So we offer a 20, it's a 25% discount on the Adelaide University tuition fees. And it's off every year of your bachelor program. So when you get an offer from the University of Adelaide, if you have completed a SACE International program and you gain admission to one of our bachelor programs, our undergraduate programs, you'll get 25% off. And that's a really unique pathway and unique offer for SACE International students. And it's because we recognise that SACE International students are, they're independent thinkers, they're creative problem solvers, and they're some of the best in the world graduates that we want to attract to the University of Adelaide.